on the Spurs chase. Found the ball, there he goes! He hit it in a blunder and he's off to the races. This will be 6. What a play!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Week 7 recap here. This one's between Bryan and Erik. And Erik continues to destroy in any given week. You don't know what week it's going to be, but he's going to continue to destroy. Got 173 one time this year. Now he's got 168. He's got the two highest scores in the league, like within like a 3 or 4 week span here. It's pretty insane. So Bryan got caught into a tornado here this week. He was the second highest scorer. So I've made this one actually the matchup of the week just because these are the two highest scoring teams. But you wouldn't think it because Erik scored so many points, won by 35 points. You would think it's a blowout, but I'm still going to give this game its respect it deserves. So much high scoring. So let's dive into it. Tua Tagovailoa pretty much been mired in trade or speculation, amid the Deshaun Watson rumors. But he's still balling out. Last couple of weeks, he's looked pretty good. 32 for 40, 291, 4 TDs, 2 picks, but very, very good numbers there. 34.54 points. See Ryan Tannehill. Nice production there and a spot start there for UE. You had Justin Herbert on bye, so you got you 21.4 points. Nothing flashy, but that's definitely got the job done. I'll say that. So if you would have had like even like a 30-point game, man, you'd be looking at shit pushing 180. The record's 183, so man, you're just dominating. Can't get over it. Anyways, move on. So Derrick Henry, 17.4 points. Didn't have his monster game, but still, he had 29 carries, 86 yards. Not high yards per carry there. Did get a touchdown there throwing it. He threw a touchdown to start the game there against the Chiefs, which is, as a Raider fan, fun to see because the Chief defense being awful is like, it's candy to me. I enjoy it. But Henry's still a beast, man. So he scores in so many ways. So, Bryan, you have a great one there. I think you already know that. Dearness Johnson, though, speaking of a great one, stepped in last second. No Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt. Went out and balled out 23.8 points on Thursday Night Football, running all over the Broncos. So he could be a star. He might not break out with his Browns team because they have so many good running backs, and Chubb is back, I think, this week. But he's definitely someone who's a pretty good running back, I think, and that offensive line definitely opened up some holes for him too. But he also made some plays himself. So credit's due there. Darrell Henderson, only 7.9 points. This is probably his worst game this season that he actually played. Usually gets like 15, 16 points per game, but he got 15 carries, 45 yards, no touchdowns, 3 catches for 19 yards. So very, very mad game for him. Speaking of mad games, J.G. McKissick pretty much had mirror image box scores there: 4 catches, 22 yards, 4 receptions, 34 yards. So he didn't do much of all either. Let's see, Devontae Adams played in this one. Ignore the COVID. That's for this coming week. But he still had 6 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown there before he went out on the COVID list. So solid production there. And then DeAndre Hopkins had 14.8 points, 7 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. So they both did their thing there. No huge weeks, but they were definitely pacing their teams in targets and touchdowns for sure. Scary Terry McLaurin, scary this week, that's for sure. 21.7 points, which, by the way, is great because it's the theme of the season. Scary Terry. Halloween's around the corner. I'm going to take my kids out and enjoy it, but for myself, I'm probably going to walk around with Raider gear. I'm not going to do anything too extravagant this year. Anyway, side note, let's move back to this. McLaurin, 122 yards and a touchdown. He's pretty much the Washington football team's lone, weapon here in terms of like downfield threats. So he's having to be it. Speaking of downfield threats, Jamar Chase, 32.1 points, 8 catches, 201 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely fantastic rookie season for this guy. I think he's on pace to have maybe the best rookie season of all time if he keeps having these numbers here with Joey Burrow. So that college connection is definitely transferred over big time. So they're just in sync. So a good draft pick there by UE. And the Travis Kelce, 7 catches, 65 yards. Didn't get into the end zone, But despite the Chiefs not scoring a touchdown, that's pretty damn good production for a tight end. Still got 10 points in a shit day for the Chiefs overall. CJ Uzoma got 22.6 points, 3 catches, 91 yards, and 2 TDs. It was absolutely unstoppable there. Ravens didn't know what to do with him. He was just wide open down the field two or three different times. It was crazy. Joe Mixon had 11.9 points, 12 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown in that massacre there, blowing out the Ravens. So decent production. I think you'll take that, Bryan. I'm sure you're hoping he probably would have scored 40, because if he scored 40, you probably would have won. But that's neither here nor there. But hey, good production there from Mixon. Corey Davis, 12.7 points, had 4 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Not a lot of bright spots there for that Jets offense as a whole, but he's been pretty good, considering how dysfunctional it's been there in New York. Nick Folk, 14 points from the kicker spot. That's fantastic. And then Young Ho Koo got 12 points. Excellent day for both kickers. And finally, this was a huge disparity here. Ravens defense coming up with an worse than a goose egg for you, Bryan. They got you negative points. The Ravens defense got you negative points. That's wild. There was a day when they go up against the Bengals and they get like 8, 9, 10, 12 easy in fantasy. Now it's like, what? -1. So that didn't kill you. That wasn't the reason why you lost, but it's the reason why you lost by more. I'll say that. And then finally, the Bucs defense, 21 points. They just completely killed the Bears. Terrible offense. Justin Fields couldn't do anything against them. So all in all, this was another massacre week here for Erik. Completely killed the competition. He's improved his record now to 3-4. Off this huge week. So congrats to you, E. I would say keep the good times rolling, but you're playing against me, so I'm a little worried you're gonna dunk on my face, so to speak, figuratively here. You're just gonna go complete ham on me too. So I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm probably just gonna curl up in the fetal position on the couch, like hoping no, not another Erik 70-pointer. Oh man, but anyways, good luck to you, man. You're fantastic, brother. So keep it going. And then Bryan, I have a side note for you. You actually are like half a point off of the league lead in points for on the season. Doesn't feel like it. I think you've scored 905 points, but you've also surrendered, guess what? 905 points. So you've just been completely unlucky this season. So you're right down the middle on your points for, points against. And that's kind of how you get to 3-4, right? So hey man, so your team's way better than your record. So I wouldn't count you out just yet, man. So good luck to both of you the rest of the way. Great week.